Hey friends, Miss Manning here. We're going to continue to read our story called Mercy Watson, Something Wonky This Way Comes. Last time we read the first 3 chapters, and we're just going to do a little review to get started. And of course we see some buttered popcorn, which is a clue. Now when we started the story, we were on Deckawoo Drive with Mr. Watson reading his Sunday newspaper and learning about a movie at the Bugeaud Theater. The movie was called When Pigs Fly, and Mercy wasn't too excited until she heard mention of bottomless popcorn with real butter. Bottomless, we know, means all you can eat. So Mercy was very excited and ready to go. On the way out, they ran into the Lincoln sisters, and Baby and Eugenia decided to join. And then they also saw Frank and Stella. And Mr. Watson invited them to come, and they said yes as well. Chapter 3, we found ourselves in the drive-in theaters, and we noticed Officer Tomaleo and his wife. And then we also saw Animal Control Officer Francine Poulette, and she was on a date with someone named Alfred P. Tompkins. And that, my friends, is where we left off. So chapter 4, and now we see a familiar face. Leroy Ninker was a small man with a big dream. Leroy Ninker wanted to become a cowboy, but for now, he was working at the Bugeaud Drive-In concession stand. Leroy Ninker was selling bottomless buckets of popcorn. "Yippee-i-oh," he shouted. "There's nothing faux. That's right, it's real butter, folks. Top quality, bottomless, and out of this world. Yippee-i-oh." In between pouring butter and popping popcorn, Leroy Ninker worked on his lasso skills. He twirled the lasso. He made the lasso whistle. He lassoed a bottomless bucket. He lassoed a stool. "Yippee-i-oh," sang Leroy. "There's nothing faux about my skill with the lasso." Chapter 5. The Watsons' convertible pulled up to the Bugeaud ticket window. "Help you?" said ticket seller Beatrice Leopolini. "We are here to see When Pigs Fly," said Mr. Watson. Beatrice Leopolini took her glasses off. She put her glasses back on. She blinked. Pardon me and all," said Beatrice Leopolini, "but I'm seeing things kind of wonky. Is that a pig in the back seat of your vehicle?" "Her name is Mercy," said Mr. Watson. "She is our darling, our dear," said Mrs. Watson. "I'm not sure pigs are allowed at the Bugeaud," said Beatrice Leopolini. "Actually," said Mr. Watson, "she is a porcine wonder. Do you allow porcine wonders?" "Porcine wonders?" said Beatrice Leopolini. "Yes," said Mrs. Watson. Beatrice blinked. "I don't think there are any rules against porcine wonders," she said. "Excellent," said Mr. Watson. "Good evening to you, then." Beatrice Leopolini blinked again. She adjusted her glasses. "Wonky," said Beatrice. "Wonky in the extreme." Chapter 6, one more chapter today. Mercy put her snout up in the air. She sniffed. There was a wonderful smell. There was an incredible smell. The wonderful, incredible smell was everywhere. The wonderful, incredible smell was butter. Mr. Watson said, "I think it's time for a bottomless bucket. Frank, why don't you and I go get some treats for the ladies?" At the concession stand, the little man behind the counter said, "Yippee-I-O, what do you know?" "Hey," said Mr. Watson, "you're the man who robbed us." "Robbed you?" said Frank. "Yes," said Mr. Watson. "He tried to take our toaster." "My name is Leroy Ninker," said the little man. "You're a thief?" said Frank. "Reformed," said Leroy Ninker. "I'm a reformed thief studying to be a cowboy." "Well, good for you, Mr. Ninker," said Mr. Watson. "We would like several bottomless buckets." "Butter on those buckets?" said Leroy. "We would like a great deal of butter on those buckets," said Mr. Watson. "Yippee-I-O," said Leroy. "That's the way to go." Little sneak peek of what we'll see in Chapter 7. But that, my friends, is it for today. I hope you're enjoying this story. We'll hear more of it soon.